I'm here. I know y'all hear all that little moving around I'm doing back here. Good morning. I think I'm going to get me another thermos cup, but I want a bigger one. That way when I run out of the first cup of my brew, I have it. Or either use that thermos cup that I have that I got from Starbucks. It keeps your coffee good and hot. It's tall. So when I want some more, I'll just pour some in here. But good morning. This morning, y'all, I tasted this morning. I said, okay, I'll drink some of this one. This is peach nectarine. I told y'all I love these ices, but I'm going to, how y'all doing this morning? How y'all doing? Let's take our first sip. Somebody said that I am coffee addict. I am. I'm a coffee addict. However, I need to start going back, like when I wanted through the middle of the day. I used to buy the caffeine and the decaffeinated one. I just give me some coffee candy when I get a taste of some coffee. I like the taste. That's what it is. And then when you see people pour a bunch of cream in their coffee, they're not real coffee drinkers. When you see people put 4, 5, and 6 packs of sugar in their coffee, to me, they're not coffee drinkers because the sweetness is killing the coffee flavor. So to me, a real coffee drinker want to taste the coffee more than the sweetness. But good morning. That was delicious. Y'all kind of overslept. That's why my voice is deeper. In the mornings, it's deeper and raspier because of the allergies draining. But like I said, all my life, I've always had like a deep, raspy voice in the mornings because you can see the difference in the mornings and the evenings. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I got some stories. Y'all see my title. I have a little bit of YouTube stuff about somebody I'm going to hit on, but I'm going to do my news first because that person is not important enough for make me talk about them first. So we finna get busy. Okay? Now, shout out to Tracy with the PCs. Last night, or what, a wee hours in the morning, or whatever, it's kind of late. I was watching Tracy and she put this clip up of this lady calling the police on her abusive husband. It started with her being outside and they talking to her about, let's go in. And they went in. They was asking her, do he have a gun? Do he keep it in the house since he got them back? Lead me to believe something happened in the past when she got his guns taken. Lady went upstairs and said that all this stuff still there. He didn't leave, but she don't know where the guns at. She thought he used to keep it in a safe, so forth and so forth. So they was asking her, are you going to pack up and go stay at your sister? You got somewhere to go for the night, whatever. And I don't think she got around to the part about actually answering all of that from the quick. It was a very quick clip, very quick. And she said, oh, here he comes now. So the body cam showed when they were outside talking to her. Then the cameras outside the house showed him as he was coming up the steps to come in. So the body cam, both police had on their body, showed him coming in. Bang, 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 bang. The man came in shooting. See, I don't know at that point if the lady had got shot. So I wrote a comment on a video saying, well, what happened? What happened after that? I was curious. I want to know what happened. And the police, though, they fired back, both of them. So since she didn't say what happened, I'm trying to type in all kind of stuff. I'm curious. So in the corner, they had what I thought was a P.O. box or something. So it must be something different because I Googled P.O. Wells, WELLS and the whole story popped up. Now, what happened was, evidently, this happened in 2020, but they just now updating it March 2021. This happened November 24th. But then they're not really saying what happened to the guy. But anyway, let me just read the story. But I'm not going to show the clip because this particular news station also don't want you showing it stuff. Now, they can make you pull it down or you can let it stay up and you won't get paid. They get paid for it, whatever the case may be. Let's read the story. Then again, shout out to Tracy. I found this through her and she barely had anything up there. And girl, I had to see. So this was updated March 6th to be exact, 2021, 9:23 p.m. Okay. One moment. Two NYPD officers from Long Island are shown helping a battered woman in Queens figure out how to protect herself from her violent husband. Change the locks on the house. Because they asked her, did she change the locks? She hadn't got around to doing it yet. And moved elsewhere with her kids. Regardless, she told he'd been arrested, but until then, he would be arrested, but until then, change the locks, move somewhere else, go to sister, or whatever. Okay. They asked her if you can get a locksmith here, and with you as soon as possible. That's a good idea, for her to do. Then they said, where does your sister live? Police officer Joseph Murphy asked, according to 5 minutes and 13 seconds of his body-worn camera footage from the NYPD released Friday and posted on YouTube. It's on YouTube, just a small clip. She says, oh, he's coming now. We're at that point when they was talking to her, because they didn't talk a long time in the house, because after talking just those few minutes, he's coming up. She says, that's him. He's here. And I'm reading exactly what they said in this article. She said, oh, the woman says, a voice was rising to a panic scream. She's panicking. The next moment, the man pushes open the glass door, storms in without saying a word, and starts firing what would be 11 rounds, wounding the officers who returned fire and killed him. The footage from each officer's body camera shows the chaos of the attack. Blood is seen splattered on the floor of the home, just everywhere, y'all. Okay. The footage was disclosed under a New York City police announced by Mayor Bill in June during worldwide protests against the police, requiring that such footage be released as shootings and other altercations where officers use violent force and injury or death to others. Previously, the NYPD had wide latitude to choose whether to make footage public. During the gunfight around 12:45 p.m. on November 24th, Murphy of Nixon or Nixu, it's Nassau, and his partner, because I can't pronounce the name of that county, town, whatever it is, and his partner, Officer Christopher Wells of Suffolk, Sufffolk, both assigned to the 105th Precinct Domestic Violence Unit, fired a total of 24 shots at the husband, Rondell Goppy, 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 41, according to written narrative on the YouTube video. The body camera footage was recorded outside and inside of the home on 179th Street near 146th Road in the Springfield Gardens neighborhood. Also included into the home's surveillance footage, which shows Goppy barging in from the outside. So we got a chance to see the man on the outside pulling up and all like that. I'm not going to show y'all the actual thing, but the link is going to be dropped in there if anybody want to go see the actual link, or maybe Tracy still have that actual link up, but I know I'm not supposed to show it, so I'm not. Anyway, it went on to say he legally possessed the Glock Model 22 40 caliber firearm and one for Smith & Wesson Model M&P Shield 9mm used in the shooting. See, he not only had one gun on him, they later found out after they shot him down, he had two guns on him. So I know he saw the police vehicles outside. So I don't know, before he got out of his car, he got two guns ready because they were in there. Maybe he thought, since he walked in there shooting first, he was going to get them, his wife first, and then fire on them, because he had to know once he fired at her, they were going to start shooting back. Or in his mind, he's going to get the drop kick on them first, steal them first, shoot them up, then get it. I don't know what was in the man's mind. I just know it was a nutcase going on. Okay? And Lady Nika is putting the link. And I'm going to speak to y'all in a minute. Let me see. Okay, let me get down here and see. Good morning, China Doll. I was trying to get this link up here. Okay. The officer's bullets struck Gopi 11 times in the upper left chest, left flank, lower left back, and left foot and right foot. He got bullets everywhere on his body, resulting in his demise, according to the NYPD's narrative on the video. Both officers suffered injuries. See, the officers both had injuries, but they wasn't life-threatening. Wells was struck with the bullet in his right thigh, suffering a fractured femur. Murphy hurt both hands and required surgery. Police Commissioner Dermot Shea, S-H-E-A, Shea, said at the time, he said at the time, the injuries that the officers sustained. Anyway, both were discharged from the hospital within days in time for Thanksgiving. The woman whose name was not disclosed was not hurt in the shooting. Now, that was only by the grace of God that all of those bullets, and that's what made me look into it. Because I wrote, well, what happened? Did the woman get shot? That's the comment I wrote to Tracy in her comment section. But I just started looking for it. So it turns out when he opened fire, the bullets missed her, but I thought maybe she got shot, because in the footage, when y'all see it, they're going to show some blood that was on the floor, and where she screamed and like she either dived on the floor or fell on the floor or whatever, but she didn't get shot. So thank God for that, because she got children. They had children. So, and no, I don't think the children was there at the time, because there was no presence of the children upstairs or downstairs, because upstairs we didn't hear any children, because no children would cry, be scared, or whatever the case. So I'm glad her children wasn't there. Newsday reported at the time that despite a history of domestic violence, the NYPD had returned 3 guns. Oh, they returned 3 guns to him, to Gopi. Wow. See, when you got somebody like that has a history of domestic violence, and evidently she called the police on him many times. I guess she's just tired and really afraid this time. Must have really been a really bad fight this time. He wasn't supposed to get no guns back. They returned 3 guns. Anyway, the investigators were reportedly scrutinizing the decision to return the firearms. Newsday reported. An update on that part of the investigation was not available. End of story. So that was a good story. You know what I'm saying? That was a very good story, Tracy. It was. So I have to give the credit to Tracy, because that was her original story. But I wanted more than just a really, really quick clip, because just saying that and then cut off, it said nothing, in my eyes, to me. I'm nosy, I'm inquisitive, we be wanting to know. But anyway, that's the name of the article. And then I'm speaking my next one before I get to that YouTube stuff. But let me go back up and speak to some folks, okay? Let me look at my computer. While I'm taking a long gulp of my brew. Oh, it's a lot. Good morning, Rob Black, Voodoo Queen, China Doll. Tracy with pieces in the house. Hey, Tracy. Hey, Lady Nika. Thanks for dropping that link for me of the story. Soap and Wash. Chocolate Vixen, Gigi Live, who else? Nappy Chow, Sher Brown, 350 Multi, and I keep speaking as I go along. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I ain't gonna be able to speak to all 147 that's in the house right now. Okay? Because I wanted to do some news today. That's why I got my whole title, this and everything. So everybody already know I'm not being messy. You know what I'm saying? And that is what it is. Because, people don't like to hear stories, but I do. Now, the second one, and thank you, Lady Nika. So, I'm strolling around, like I say, in the news. So I came across this hotel manager story. Now, we're going to get to that too. Guys, you know how racism is still running rapid here, no matter where we go, what we do. There was this black couple at this high-end 5-star rated hotel, restaurant, or whatever. The restaurant is in this big, beautiful hotel. I think they said $700 a night to stay there, where there was a black couple out of the 3 restaurants they went and wanted to eat. So the manager told them that they would have to be seated outside. But the thing is, they didn't trip off of it because a lot of restaurants, especially out here, have big tents where they have it set outside for customers to eat ever since the Rona was around. And some of them have inside open as well right now, but limited seating. Or you can sit outside, especially if it's nice. It's a tent, there's some tables. They even got outside heaters. So anyway, make a long story short, they thought maybe it had something to do with the corona. But as they were sitting, they noticed there were other people in the restaurant, sitting by the patio door, walking around the restaurant with no mask. And they started looking around and noticed they're the only black couple. Why they gotta sit outside? Okay. So let me read the story. It turned into a big thing because this restaurant owner eventually showed how prejudiced he was being towards them. I'm going to read y'all the story. They got into like a little tiff, and he was just so unprofessional. But clearly, when you look around the restaurant and seeing that everybody else is white, just except for this one couple, which was black, we knew then it was racism. And they knew it then too, as they were watching other people get seated, which were Caucasians. And they paid big money to stay at that hotel. So the reason why it got put out like that, a family member showed the footage on Facebook. Okay, let's read that story. Okay, y'all. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, so it happened at the Montage Laguna Hotel. That's Montage Laguna, Laguna Hotel. Okay, that's what happened at. A black family accused a Montage Laguna Beach hotel employee of discrimination in a Facebook post. The hotel, well, they apologized after the incident, but of course they did because of all the bad press. Okay. The Montage Laguna Beach Hotel issued an apology to a black family that posted Facebook video of an apparently white employee in conflict with family members as they tried to have lunch at the hotel, which the family said was discrimination based on their race. The family's Facebook video showed the employee, whom the family identified only as Timothy, asking them to sit outside while other apparently white guests sat inside the lobby area. It was clear-cut discrimination, the family said. Our whole group was African American, to be very clear, the family said, adding that it intended to file a formal complaint with the managers. Okay. The Montage Laguna Beach Hotel posted an apology on an Instagram Friday. The family's experience does not reflect the conduct of high standards we expect our employees, and we extend our heartfelt apologies to them. That's the restaurant apologizing after this. It was too late then. We are committed to learning from experience and doing better. The result added that it is taking immediate corrective actions, including enhancing training, ensure staff always deliver highly personalized service according to our values of respect, humility, and grace. It's unclear what actions were taken with regard to the Pacific employee. Now, the family video was widely shared on social media. Y'all, it's on Facebook. Let me see if I can give y'all some more information if y'all want to go see that too. Okay. Now, I'm just going to show y'all a quick pic of the manager as I talk about it. Oh, let me move that. So, yeah, I'm going to tell y'all a quick picture because I was letting y'all know about the apology. Now, the video of the hotel manager telling the black guests that they had to eat outside sparks outrage. Okay, so let me give y'all a little bit more about the manager because I kind of told y'all about the apology first. But anyway. So anyway, a hotel manager telling a group of black hotel guests they are not allowed to eat inside, even though they were white patrons dining in the space, sparked an accusation of being racist bias. Maria Baietti, Baietti, filmed the posted the tense interaction with the manager. Okay, he told the whole group that they had to be outside. And this, by the way, Laguna Beach is in California, and it's on Facebook. So I looked at the Twitter, and Timothy Ward, that's accused of racism and telling only black families to eat outside, they showed a picture of him. Now, I'm quite sure he's fired by now. In the viral video, the manager identifies as Timothy approached the seated group and told them they had to eat outside. Now, I want to show y'all this quick video. Anyway, however, the camera spanned over to the other guests who appeared to be white and were seated at tables and eating inside closer to the patio window. The group civilly expressed the hotel rules did not make sense, said Timothy was coming into the conversation hostile. He was very hostile when they acted on him and asked him what was going on. He said, I reacted to the way our guests react. In other words, he was trying to say that his guests was acting ghetto. That's what I'm getting. And that they wasn't acting right. And he just, didn't like the way they, and it was asking them, could they be seated inside once they seen that they were being discriminated against. Okay, now I'm gonna show y'all that in a minute. You put the fair whites up. This is crazy. Let me see if I can get this going without this commercial first. In the news, I'm reporting the news people. I'm reporting it on Laguna Beach if y'all want to look it up. Okay, now I'm going to move that for a minute after I read it. Copyright disclaimer section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976 allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research, y'all. Now let's look at this manager. I'm gonna let y'all hear most of it, but at the same time, I'll let y'all peek at a little bit of it. Let me get through. Considered outside. Yeah. Oh, y'all, this is terrible. Let me let you. Oh, I think I'm gonna let y'all. It's only a minute and a few seconds video. These people are considered outside. But I'm like, you're already coming into the conversation kind of hostile. I react to the way our guests react. And I would be treated rudely. I'm gonna reply that same way. Go ahead and record all you want. Here's my name tag. And is this not rude? What part of it's rude? Daughter just taking out her phone and video recording. What part of it's rude? We record when we're getting shot by the police. So yeah, this is not considered rude. Okay. Well, it's your body language. You're so upset. And these people 3 feet away are considered. See, look, y'all. Look at the whole thing. I see what you were saying about. Yeah, let me go back a minute so y'all can see outside. He wants to take out his phone. That they're like they're like 1 feet away, and we're like 2 feet. They're calling the police about it. Let me go back to show y'all the restaurant. There we go. That's fine, Timothy. Go ahead. Good. I'm gonna show you how. It's over, but I'm gonna show y'all the restaurant. How people are sitting. They're going to get to it.
These people are considered outside.
I'm like, you're already coming into the conversation kind of house.
I react to the way.
So clearly you can see that there were people in the restaurant, but they had to go sit outside. So I would have demanded all my money back because it's a very expensive hotel. From reading one of the articles, it could be up to $700 a night. The restaurant was supposed to be 5 stars, so extravagant. From what I seen and the family member recorded, all they was doing was calling the police to defuse the situation before it get any uglier. And y'all clearly heard him say he react on how others react. And I didn't see them do nothing wrong but filming the situation to have proof that they were discriminated against. That's the only thing I see. I don't want to go back to that restaurant. I would get on there and give it the most worst review possible, which I'm quite sure that they're getting, because once it hit Facebook and Twitter, it's everywhere on social media. So the apology that they, of course, gave, it didn't stop the humiliation, didn't stop the racism. It was said and done. Now, let's move right along to the last story before I get to the YouTube situation. Thank y'all for coming over here when you read my titles and wanted to come watch this instead of all the la this morning. I just felt like I didn't want to go there. Although it's just a little itty bitty something I'm going to have to say though, because y'all also saw my description with the Avatar Nation situation in there. Okay? Let's read this. Okay, now this is Tiny and Ti. A dozen women have come forward to accuse. Now, this was done March 9th, yesterday, so this is, updated. Accused the rapper T.I. and his wife of sexual assault and misconduct with some allegations stretching back more than a decade. See, this goes way back because do y'all remember it? And I refresh y'all memory maybe last month sometime, how Rob Kardashian, when he was going through with China, and T.I. stuck his business in it, stuck his nose in it. Rob came on Twitter and he said about T.I. need to stop speaking on it. In other words, because he took advantage of a then young China at the time when she was 19 years old and brought her into their marriage bed with her and Tiny. But anyway, so this goes back a decade and I can believe it. Oh, I know they got to be very embarrassed of this. New York lawyer Tyrone A. Blackburn said he represents a man and 10 women. Oh, they even had a man too, y'all. Yeah. See, we didn't know that they included every. Well, I guess he had wanted to get a man every once in a while for T.I. Instead of always just having women. I'm assuming. You know what I'm saying? And anyway, he had a man and 10 women who all have been victims of the artist born Clifford Harris and his wife, the singer Tamika Tiny Harris. In addition, Los Angeles lawyer Lisa Bloom says she represents the 2 women with misconduct claims against T.I. or Tiny or both. Now, Lisa Bloom knows she be on point when she started representing some of these celebrities and people going against celebrities. She's very good, just like her mother. They usually win. I like Lisa Bloom. I like her mother too. But they be chasing these cases. They get money. And Lisa Boone is successful with her celebrity, being a celebrity attorney. Because it makes me wonder why Phaedra Parks called herself a celebrity attorney, but she don't get high cases like this. She don't do that. Don't nobody really go to her. But watching the reality show, The Housewives, Atlanta Housewives, that says she's not good at all. You remember Cherie got mad because she lost the case when she was representing Cherie. But anyway, let me not get too far off of that. It just came to my mind because Phaedra Parks was trying to do this. In addition, Los Angeles lawyer Lisa Boone said she represents the 2 women with misconduct claims against Ti and Tiny both. We are in the investigation phase right now, so we don't have a statement as to their claims yet, Bloom said. Blackburn has asked prosecutors in California and in Georgia to consider charges against the couple. Okay. For my clients who have survived terroristic threats and sexual assault and abuse and drugging, it never truly ends, Blackburn said Monday in a statement to NBC's News. They live a life mental and emotional torment which cause drug addiction, suicidal ideation, and emotional toll on their families. Okay? Lawyer Steve Sadal, SDOW, Sadal, who represents Ti&Tiny, categorically denied all of the allegations, of course. The Harrises continue to deny in the strongest possible terms these groundless and unjustified allegations, Sadal said in a statement to NBC News on Monday. Okay, they constantly denying it. The allegations, which have been swirling for months, have already led to the suspension in February of the couple's VH1 show, Ti&Tiny, Friends and Family Hustle. But didn't I tell y'all that when I first said this? That, this story right here is going to cancel all of their TV shows, and that's what truly happened. See, I don't know if this is true or not, and there's one lady that first kicked it off because she was angry or whatever went down with them, but 10 years back, do y'all think everybody lying? Is everybody lying on them, y'all? People from 10 years back are coming out to say all this, but at the time when they're paying y'all that big money to sleep with them, they wasn't doing that. I can't see all of them just getting mad at them, want to come at them. I don't know if it's a witch hunt, is this true or what? We only read what's in the news. We are aware of the allegations, and while they are not connected to our show, we have reached out to T.I. and Tamika Harris, as well as local and state officials and MTV entertainment officials said last month. Given the serious nature of these allegations, we have decided to suspend production in order to gather more information. Wow, that's cold. So anyway, when Blackboard finally exposes anonymous accusers to the light of day by revealing their names, we will be in a position to confront their allegations, he said. Hiding their identity makes it impossible for us to do so now. We fully expect the claims were thoroughly and fairly investigated. No charges will be brought. So Tiny attorneys are saying that they haven't had a chance to really investigate this because they won't tell them the names of all the people that's accusing them of this. And once they can get the names and investigate it, then they can have more for us. But Tiny and T.I., y'all looking bad out here. I really feel bad for y'all. Anyway, the oldest allegation made by a Blackburn client, which dates to September 2005, involved a then active duty Air Force member stationed in Southern California. Wow. According to a letter from Blackburn to the California Attorney General office, the woman, identified only as Tay, believes she was drugged, possibly from a drink given to her by Tiny, before T.I. sexually assaulted her at the couple's hotel room. Other allegations include claims of druggings and sexual assault in 2006, 2007, 2009, 2015, and 2017. Another client of Blackburn said she was a 17-year-old intern in the summer of 2006 when she passed out after having consumed drinks and pills Tiny gave her, according to a letter from Blackburn to the Georgia Attorney General's office. She woke up naked in the back of a tour bus, bleeding from her vagina and realizing that her virginity was taken, the letter says. Isn't that awful? And they did like a young, because China, she didn't deny that she had sex with him back then when she was then 9 years old and she was a stripper. Of course, Tiny and T.I. went to strip clubs. They like going to strip clubs together. They already said that. And found a young black woman to bring home. But this one was 17 years old. Now, I do remember when I first started talking on this, people were saying Tiny was the more aggressor. She would say when the ladies decide they don't want to take no drugs, they don't want to drink, they really didn't want to get into it, they changed their mind. They say, Tiny would say, what's the matter? You don't want to fuck my husband like all the rest of these bitches? And she would be aggressive and they'd go ahead and do it. Now, that was when his story first broke, and I think I came and told y'all that when it first broke. Yeah. So anyway, oh, you feeling okay, Pooh? You feeling okay? The accuser, Ti&Tiny, was telling her, according to Blackburn. Girl, I'm jealous because my man wants you. See, that's Tiny asking her, is she feeling okay? Because by then she, allegedly been drunk. And Tiny telling her that she was jealous because her man wants her. And she act like every woman wanted Tiny. Every woman wanted her husband. From what I talked about when it first came out. She keeps saying these bitches want my husband. They might as well go ahead and participate and give him a liquor, and then the liquor, the drink, have a pill in, or whatever the case. Allegedly. A representative for the California Attorney General Office declined to discuss the matter. To protect its integrity, we are unable to commit on a potential or ongoing investigation. Basically, that's it, y'all. T.I. defended himself against all the allegations on Instagram on January 29th. Of course, he did. Unfortunately, right now, it doesn't matter as much what they can prove you did. It matters what you can prove you didn't, T.I. said. So, in other words, they can't prove he did or didn't do it. T.I., there ain't no way to be talking, buddy. So, then again, y'all can go look this up. It's on the NBC News. It's on the YouTube. It's everywhere. I'm quite sure TMZ spoke of it and everything. I ain't even got to show you all no picture of them. Y'all know who they are. But it seems to me that they were addicted to having a third party in their bed. Tiny was doing anything to keep her man happy. Evidently, she couldn't handle everything that he wanted. So in order for her to keep him, this is just me, she had to contribute, to his fantasies. Oh, Lord, let me go up and speak more. I'm getting around to what I was talking. I'm going to talk about the YouTube stuff. So good morning, TikTok. I think I spoke to you, Nappy Head, 3 Unfiltered Mo, 3 Unfiltered Muffy. So when I drop my link, and I don't want to disturb y'all want to speak on, y'all can speak on the YouTube stuff or whatever. You see I got my cap on. Now, I was informed, and I know you're in my bushes, that Avatar Nation, aka Sir King, is actively doxing me. And what I mean by that, I heard on his show last night, he said, because he pissed off because I'm saying I got a picture. Actually, 3 or 4 people that I know for sure, because I watched their live, have posted videos and or pictures. I don't know what his problem is, why he's so obsessed with me, because I'm poking at him about me having the picture, and y'all, it got under his skin to the point where he's threatening me. And let me clarify when I say threatening me. He was on the show talking about he found somebody from my past that's pissed off at me because I've done something dirty to them, and they contacted him to give him an interview by me. Why? After everybody that's putting that out there, somebody's going to contact him. Also, I am the one that's poking him about the picture, not actually putting it there, which I eventually will. He is obsessed with that. He's pissed off at me. What about the racists that dox you? What about them? So to me, you're doxing me. He's threatening me that if I don't be quiet talking about this picture, he's going to give that person an interview. Why was somebody out of everybody on here that says something about you, because we know it's you, they want to contact you about me, somebody from my past? And if that's true, you think I give a damn about something from my past? You got somebody over there now doing some old stuff and ain't nobody caring. Good morning, Lisa Ray, Chocolate Vixen. Let's get real. Isn't that crazy? So he only then once again is confirming that those pictures are him. He's so pissed off at the racists that he's threatening me, like in the beginning when Custer first said some stuff. Was that Custer? Yeah, I think that he blamed all of us, but out of everybody, he's choosing me to dox, because that's what it sounds like to me. Tiny may have been into watching her husband do other women. That may have been for her, not him. I don't know. All I know, they was in the thing. Tracy, I am agreeing with you. He may be actively looking for somebody, and he planted that seed I want to dox her. Let's talk about her because I'm tired of her talking about this picture. So he gave me a new name saying Dumbo. Now you're the one dumb because you admitting basically that that's you. You come on here with the corny jokes. You get mad when somebody says something about you, but you sit over there from what I hear ever since you use everybody's platform to start yours. You've been sitting over there talking about people all this time, but you're not in the beef sector. You're beefing more than us. Keep your threats. I don't care how you dox me, who you find. I don't care about all that. Like you don't care about me with a picture. Okay? You're so mad that this racist found everything about you, your past, your marriage, your brother, your wife, you're a church boy. That's why you sound so corny. You are so mad that you still blaming me? Are you serious? Yeah, he threatened me. Yes, he did. And I am so scared. Because whoever you find, whoever it is, and they pissed off at me, well, then you know it's one of my haters, so they're going to get on there and do a bunch of lying and say the most anyway. Because you already said somebody pissed off at me. Just like you had somebody pissed off at me and study wanting to know about my husband, throwing lies out there about my husband. He's sick, he this, and take care. That's all y'all going to do is put some more lies onto that. You'll never know nothing about my real family. You'll never know nothing about my husband. Find whoever you want to find. I don't care about your threats, Sir King. See, you ain't man enough to come on here and discuss people, anything with people, because whenever you get on somebody's panel, you start talking over them, singing, playing little cartoon songs, all kind of little silly stuff. So you can speak when it's their turn to speak. You don't want them to hear you. You know, with your corny self. You're corny. I still say you're corny. So what? Your threats, I'm not afraid of your threats because I'm going to tell you why. It's not going to affect my family in no kind of way. It's not going to affect those that want to come watch me, that support me truly in no kind of way. Yeah, they can make up a bunch of lies like Juicy Booty and everybody else, you know what I'm saying, about my husband and everything, you know. They can do that. And y'all can keep lying about it for a day or two. Then what? Then what? Then what else going to happen? You think I'm going to roll over and die? Do you think that my true family and friends out here that's not on YouTube going to give a darn about some old silly church queen here on YouTube in his little fifis because his picture, because he got outed? Do you really think they're going to all of a sudden start watching YouTube and watch you and care about anything you're saying? Do you really think that, Sir King? That just proves how more cornier that you are. That just proves I don't know what we're saying about you. Because a straight man don't get on here gossiping like that anyway. What straight man in your real life, Sir King? And there's nothing wrong with gay, bisexual, whatever. But I'm saying you, most straight men ain't gonna be on here doing what you do. Gonna come on here and worry about something like this and gossip. I can't help it if you're trying to hide your life because you're one of the girls you don't want to admit it. Live your life. Everybody else is happy. Why you not happy with your life? You reminded me of Juicy Booty. He had to get catfish to come out and still came out lying. Somebody, hello, my name is James Carwood. My name is Juicy Booty. My name is Jay Wilson, aka James Wilcox, and I'm bisexual and I'm a top. Excuse me, that was a slip, baby voice. You don't mean to say your name. I meant to say the other man over there, James Wilcox. That's his name. He's not doxed. He didn't put his name out. He said in the books and everything. So it's no doxing. Before people say I said that, I'm doxing. I'm not. He actually came on and introduced himself after we watched it for a whole year, saying, I'm bisexual and I'm a top. Because why they catfished him? So are you mad? Because from what I hear, they say they have more stuff to come out with. And that part will come out as well. Your partner. They got, from what I understand, they have a name of your partner because you're afraid to come out and say that you're bi. Don't nobody care about your sexual preference. Now, the rumor was you and Zio, and I said, no, they must be family member, friends or something. But now Then the rumor became was you and Lemmy, but Lemmy said he already got somebody, whatever. And by the way, I don't have no ill feelings towards Lemmy. I don't hate him or anything. He just goes along with Sir Queen, that's his friend or whatever the case may be. But what man, y'all answer me up truthfully if somebody grabbed my leg. What straight man stays in here gossiping and starting messing like Sir King? Can somebody tell me? I haven't seen one yet. And it's no dig to my friends on here that I truly love, that's living their life, that's happy with themselves. That's not feeling like they got to hide. That's not a church queen, meaning that you feel like you got to hide like somebody care. They don't act like you. They don't act like you. As a matter of fact, they'll come straight out and tell you that you messy and you a messy sissy. They'll come straight out and tell you that. I am not the one saying that. This is what I'm hearing, allegedly. Just like you ain't the one trying to contact nobody, they contacting you. And all these people on YouTube on this sector, they contacting you about me. Is that crazy or what? They're contacting you. Come on now. Let me read some of this stuff. Good morning, Heavy Bear, Aaron Washington. I think I spoke Johnny Dog. I did not dox it. I don't know nothing about that, Slappy. Somebody said that about you? Okay, we can get to that too. Okay. Hi, Sir King Bottles. What you say, Miss Toby? Let me see. Here's Sir King your bottle. Here's Sir King your bottle since you always cry. Yeah, and he over there crying about me. Y'all, their people did worse stuff to me. They actually put the whole video out there. So then again, I got to take it back to he's obsessed over me. Because even when I wasn't watching him, the man always had me in his title. No, I didn't watch him last night, but y'all know how YouTube is. You get cliff notes. People send you stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's what he's doing right now. He's contacting people, trying to get, and if it's anybody that's involved with YouTube, I know who it is. If that's the truth, because I know he probably contacting them, because he how I first started on YouTube on the panel and all like this. So he contacted them. And one of them was mad at me. That was the person made up that lie about my husband, okay? And then again, that might not even be him, if that's a true story. So hold your threats, keep your threats, and thank you for confirming once again that big, fat, greasy guy in that picture with them spaced up teeth and that little bitty egg-shaped forehead is you. I told y'all yesterday when a couple people asked me, what can they see the pictures? I say, go to Class Culture. She has them up, as well as 2 or 3 other people have the whole video up. But I'm not promoting them to say that. But y'all, it would lead you to all the other ones. Believe that. Okay? It would lead you to that. Now, Vegas girl, she may have caught on. Okay, Vegas girl, I know it's another conversation going on, girl. When I drop a link, you can tell me what else is going on here, because I don't see nobody doing whatever on there. But anyway, y'all, that's what's going on. I'm trying to speak to some more people. If I skip you, I'm going to get to you the more I stay on here, because I can't see all 274 links, but I'm trying to speak. Good morning, Sunshine. I have a lot of troll names out there. I have receipts showing. Good morning, Deidre. I enjoyed your live last night. So Tracy says she posted more. China Dog, Linese, good morning. Now, y'all, I've been talking 49 minutes. I'm going to drop my link. Of course, it's time to refresh my coffee, but I remember today to get me a thermos, so I can keep my coffee by me, because, I can just pour it, because I hate having to get up every time it's time for me to refresh my cup. Good morning, Stephanie Harden. Good morning, Ronnie Q. I'm going to get around to speaking. It's hard to speak to all these people at one time, but I'm trying to get around. Okay, let me stop speaking. So anybody want to speak on anything I talked about? T.I., the racist hotel manager, the shooting, oh my God, was just crazy. Thank you, Lady Nika, for the story. All of y'all can send me something if y'all want me to discuss it. You know, the update, because I didn't realize it was a more update with Ti&Tiny. Thank you for anybody that sent me stories. I'm trying to get around to it. And some people saying, she ain't got no story on, but that's how we get stories. We speak on when somebody wants to speak on something. We look at the news. We look at the other YouTubers. That's the way it's done for y'all over there that seems to have a problem. Oh, she got to get stuff everywhere. Well, all of us do. Now, I'm going to go get my coffee. I'm going to take a break while I'm getting it. My moderator just informed me, and usually when I get to this part, if they don't want to engage, like or dislike, they leave. So I know by the time I get back with my coffee, you're going to be the ones that don't want to engage. It's going to leave, but that's cool because we over here right now. We ain't doing no drag. We just talking. We having fun. We're not going to play nobody's video for reaction. We're going to do our own thing over here because that's what we do. I don't know what Blessing Lady Nika is doing to these people. We're not doing nothing, baby. They just obsessed with us, girl. Believe that, Raw Black. These people are highly upset. Now, I will come on here and speak with y'all want me to speak. When I get to a certain number on my other channel, I'm going to be doing a live over there too. Okay? So Heavy Bear says, Sir Hamhocks is trying to intimidate Bless, and that's unacceptable behavior. Of course he is. No, I'm talking about Sir King, Ronnie Q. I'm talking about Sir King. We're not doing nothing but us, Raw Black. We're not doing nothing but us. And like I said, everybody that posted all that stuff, I must really, really hit a nerve just by saying I got a picture. But anyway, this is how y'all can contact me. What some stories y'all want me to talk about, I would do that. In the meantime, let me go refresh my cup so I can remember. Let me put that back up there where the likes are. So I'm going to do this. You right, Deidre. He got mommy issues. He does have mommy issues. I've been talking 52 minutes. I'm way over my 30 minutes. Let me take this quick break and refresh my cup. I'm way over my 30 minutes. I told y'all once I get to running my mouth, I lose track of time. I'm talking in the background, y'all. So it won't be no long space. I had to heat my coffee just a little bit too, so I know y'all can hear me. But you're right, DJ. He got mommy issues. He got mommy issues. He got mommy issues. Don't intimidate me. Oh, don't intimidate me at all. So, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. You do not intimidate me at all. Do what you got to do. Conjure up somebody and let's get busy. Okay? Let's get busy. Let's get it popping. All right? Let's do that. Yeah, let's get it popping, Sir King. So yesterday, maybe he's saying that because yesterday evening when I came and discussed something else. Oh, when he said that little thing, when he tagged me, when he at me and said I was Dumbo and this and that. Sometimes I think that some of these people think that they can intimidate me, but I don't use my age because they feel like I'm a woman of a particular age. But no, you got to twit it. That's all the more reason why it's even harder for you to get rid of me. Because see, I've been here long enough to know how to protect myself. I've been long enough on this earth to know some things, even probably more than you. I know when somebody think they got a gift for gab. I know when somebody think they speaking over my head. So I have more knowledge and wisdom that you got in your baby finger. You may not think that, but I do. So no, you won't run. You can't intimidate me at this stage in my life. Don't try. Nobody couldn't do it when I was a youngster. Let me drop my link. Nobody couldn't do it. So maybe that's what it is. I don't know, but if it is, it's stupid. If you think that you got another fault coming. No, buddy. You got another. You don't think I've been into arguments, fights and stuff at times in my life? You know, that's crazy. Now, however you do have some might be afraid or whatever, but not me. You picked the right one. Believe that. You picked the right one. Now, there's my link. If anybody choose to want to speak on it, but the fact that you call yourself threatening me ain't gonna get you nowhere. Nobody contact you and said nothing. Absolutely nobody. Thank you, China doll. Stop all that lying. Why would somebody just contact you? Oh, and I just got back. I didn't even check to get my gadget. See what's going on with these likes. A lot of people don't like me or anybody else to say, oh, like the video. Oh, they get upset about that too. You know, these people get upset about the darnest things. Whew, Jesus on the main line. Tell me what I like the video. Oh, let me turn it down, y'all. 73 likes. I'm gonna sip some coffee while I get to that 100. Okay. Okay. Matter of fact, that gave me a chance to look at a few things. That is crazy. And we go through this every day. When I even watch Deanna, they be doing it. Deanna, you hear? We got some haters, don't we, girl? We got some haters. We got some haters haters. Then some of them leave. So the ones that leave, then those are the ones not meant to be here anyway. That's just somebody just being nosy. That's all that is. Okay? That's all it is. And you know, I got a couple nuts that come see me for a few minutes and leave so they can run to their channel and do whatever else they want to do. You know, and stuff like that. But if y'all ain't scared me all this time, you ain't gonna never scare me. So, okay. Oh, I know what I want to look at. Hold up a minute, y'all. Okay, y'all go ahead and get me to the 100 while I'm looking at this. I know, Lady Nika, I get it. I do embrace those that like me, I do. But you know, it is what it is. So we always got to mention, even when they come in the den, like the video. Stop being so disrespectful. Or dislike it, one of them. Let's do some engagement. Let's do some engagement. Okay. All right, I'm looking for one thing. I think I found it. Oh, okay, let me see. Do I want to hit on this too? Let's see. Let me see something. Or I might save this for later on. Oh, yeah, well, I got something I need to save for later on. Yeah, I see it. If I want to cover and finish talking about all this that I'm talking about, I'm gonna have to put that on the shelf for a minute. And it's not, when I come back later on, let you know ahead of time, it's not nothing messy. Okay, somebody keeps sending me stuff. Come out the bushes. Come out the bushes, nuts. Now it's safe to start talking to y'all. Did I get some more likes? Okay, 81. All right, now 19 more likes. Y'all, I got something I just got again right now, y'all. Come out that bushes, Sir Kitty, and stop adding me. Just stop and come on out and talk. Let's discuss your threat. Come on now, let's discuss it. Good morning, Miss Theo. Come out the bushes. Come out the bushes. He up there in the bushes, y'all, doing what he do. Because if you that pressed that you call yourself threatening me, you ought to be man enough to come talk about it. Talk about it, talk about it. I don't care. Yes, indeed, y'all. And he just posted something 11 seconds ago. It just went across my phone. It just crossed my phone. Can I get 19 more likes? I've been here an hour now. I know some of y'all have forgotten, but I can't believe that this man is hiding. He's actually hiding in my bushes and writing stuff to me. Yes, indeed. He is so happy that I mentioned him today because I told y'all yesterday evening that I was done. And then he waited till last night to do that stupid stuff that he did. Okay? Hey, exclusively me, Manny. Peace, love. I'll be addressing him. Okay, girl, before I go, remind me what time you're gonna be coming on Peace Love. Peace Love is gonna be doing a live today. Cause you know how I'll be getting around. Yeah, he stayed watching me, Lex Max. And I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? I'm not nobody that used to be over there all the time. Like that. Lady Nika has dropped the link, Sir King. I want to know, do you think I am afraid of your threat? I'm not. Yeah, he write his response to his page so he can get engagement to his page because he knows you're mentioning. Yeah, because he know I'm mentioning this. He know I'm going to get a clip note about this. He knew that. So he needed some more commentary. I guess last night wasn't good enough. He needed a little bit more. And he is so predictable. Whenever he spoke on, like I'm doing now, I'm going to be on his so-called roster tonight, okay? But Peace Love going to be on 1:30 p.m. Eastern. So that's 11:30. Oh, wow, that's 10:30 here. I'll be out by then. Hey, Vegas girl, you want to put your, I see you. You want to put your avatar on? You want to come on like this? Okay.
No, I turned it off. I didn't realize I had my camera on. Hi, how are you?
All right. What's up? Let me show them this real quick. I don't know. Somebody can post the likes in there and we'll get back to it. If y'all forgot, go ahead and like this. Thank you for the dislikes and the likes. I'm up to 90. So I'm going to talk when I get, but while I'm talking, get 10 more because he's fixated on antagonizing Miss Bless. Yes, he is, Chocolate Vixen. He's very fixated. So he ran his channel. He said, I think I own Bless Walker's channel because all she does is lie and speak about Avatar Nation. Avatar Nation keeps feeding. No, you keep feeding me offline. You just stop twisting it, y'all. He done ran his little butt over there and he added me. Come on out the bushes, nut. So what's up, Vegas girl? Which story you liked the best? The hotel one, with the racist manager, the TI situation, or the horrible shooting of that abusive husband, or because used to be over there.
Yeah, I'm the one I liked the most was the hotel one. That's crazy to me. Jeez, I'm still trying to figure out what they did for the manager to treat him like that.
Nothing. I just read it. He was just being racist.
Oh wow,
They
that's
did
crazy.
nothing but try to get seated in the restaurant.
Did the manager end up getting fired for that?
Well, when I read the story, I'm quite sure that they had to let him go. You see, they had to even issue an apology. That was bad for their business. They came on and apologized and everything. And I think, did I post the link? Did the link to that story get posted as well? I don't know if I did. Let me see.
I think I saw it. I'll have to click on it later to look at it.
Yeah, make sure you look at it. I did show a little clip of it. Just a little clip of it. I did do that. Let me see. I don't know if I posted it or not. But anyway, yeah, it was in Laguna Beach, California, a very expensive hotel from where I understand it. And I'm looking at it again to tell you what to go look at.
Okay.
So it was done, 6 days ago or something like that? Let's see. I'm looking for it for you.
Thank you.
Nick, if you could post the link, because I know you're going to be interested in that. Oh, I don't mean to do. Oh, I'm gonna post it on my community wall, so you'll be able to go over there and see that as well over there. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So in the meantime, so I'm gonna post it. All right, it's posted on my community wall. Hey, oh Lord have mercy. Now I'm gonna ask y'all a question, and I don't know if this is a troll or not. Do anybody want to talk to April Walker? Let me see if this is a troll. Let me see if this is a troll. Because I don't think it's her because because I'm not going to do all that old hollering and shouting. Show yourself! Oh, she left when I said that, so it was a troll. Okay, she left.
Oh.
Okay. So that was a troll of April Walker, y'all.
So
I
the only
figured it would be, well, let me get this up here. I figured it'd be a troll. Because I ain't got time for all that hollering and shouting for real. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I really don't remove this. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so the only reason why I came up here was I wanted to address something really quickly and then I'll hop down. I'm not kitty litter. I'm not going around doxing people in chats. That's not what I do and who I am. I have a lot of troll names and I can show receipts that there's a lot of
That's
names.
okay, baby. Don't worry about the people still talking about you. But let me answer this
Okay.
person. Why
Yeah.
you think the couple did? Said, no, baby, I don't think the black people did nothing wrong. I was just telling her that the guy did it because he's racist towards them. Of course not. I think he was wrong. But don't worry about them.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, because I don't like being accused of stuff that I'm not doing. And I did not dox Slappy over there at Big Man's either. So when I was over there, I never mentioned Slappy's name. And I have receipts showing that as well. So that's a lie. So that's the only thing that I wanted to come up here and say. So I don't dox people. I'm not going to pay good money to find out somebody's information to put it out here on YouTube. That's not what I do at all.
And you know what? I think maybe since you moving on and you moving on for him, that he's gonna do that. They're gonna keep bothering you. But you've already told your story and you said you're trying to change and you're doing whatever you're doing. Just keep doing what you're doing. That's the best I can tell you. Because they're gonna keep talking. And you see how they're keen over there doxing me.
Yeah.
I'm trying
Exactly.
to look for something here in my chat. Yeah, you see what he's doing. I
Okay.
am not the one that's obsessed over him. He's obsessed over me. Because
Exactly.
I'm not nobody that was over there supporting him like that, but somehow I always managed to be on his roster.
Yeah, well, I guess he needs content, and you're his content, so that's why he keeps bringing you up all the time. So he wants to make himself sound important, and he really isn't. So that's what that's about. Bottom line. So
Yeah, and I see a lot of people interested in the story because even True Blood has asked me, why did they have something? Did they have to do something that makes? No, I just read the story and told y'all what their story was. They was just, being discriminated against. Okay. Okay, that's all that was.
yeah. Well, that's all I really wanted to come up here and say. So I'll drop back down in the chat.
Okay, baby, thanks for coming up.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Okay. I was looking for something, but I don't see it. I'm looking for something. Miss Chocolate Vixen, Miss Bless. Let me see. What did you say? I lost it. I lost it. Here we go. We would like to know why Vegas girl instantly jumped to the conclusion that the couple must have done so. Oh, she wasn't the one that said that. It was somebody else just now that just asked me that. I don't think she was the first one to say it. Like I say, 312 people in here. I can't really see all the comments, but I'm reading. So I can't see all the comments. But anyway, y'all, let's move on. Okay, let me get my gadget. Okay, let me get my gadget. Okay, now what's going on, y'all, in the like department? Let me see. What time is it? It's 8:42. It's 8:42. So I still got a little bit more time. I'm going to drop the link again. Good morning, Jessica B. You just get here. Oh, okay. Because I got some interesting stories I know you might want to speak on. Now, I need to backstroke on something. No, I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to leave it there. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave it there. Okay. But be respectful of my chat or you will be getting removed. Okay. You will be getting removed. Be respectful of my chat. And that's all I can say. What's going on, Lady Nika? Something going on there? I need to stay out of here. Okay, for what I see, Nappy Child said 94 likes. Okay. What? I don't know what's going on, but when my link get dropped, I'm going to find out. Do what, Manny? However, I'm not going to have nobody disrespecting me in my own chat. I will remove them, okay? It is what it is. Now, while I wait for Jessica to grab the link, I'm going to drop the link again. Yes, Manny, I think I know what you're talking about. I was told, somebody just told me that somebody in my chat said I was mind fucked or something. I'm looking for it. But then again, I don't really need to look for it. Because that's the case, Tulu. Because when I came on here, I said, if I offended you, I'm sorry about that. Now, just because you don't like her, don't come over here getting on me about it. Okay, that's how I said it, because I seen the person was really hurt. And again, it is what it is. Now, pay attention, little Sir Peen. Let me get back to what I was talking about. Pay attention, Sir Little Peen is trying to be like VS. I don't know about all that either. VS ain't been here in over a year. Boy, y'all must have really was y'all followers back then, the people that here talk about it all the time. Were y'all so heavy supporters or something? I don't understand that. Were y'all heavy supporters? I'm still looking for that comment somebody said, but it ain't a thing. I'll find it afterwards. I'll find it. Good morning, that mean girl. And that's what they said. So I don't know. Yeah, he's a total lunatic, Heavy Bear. A total lunatic. So what he's going to do, he's going to stay in the bushes. He's going to listen to what I'm talking about. He's going to, like the other night, it was some story I spoke about the other day. He came on at night with that and a drag for me. That, like y'all say, he does what he do all the time. He float around everybody chat for his commentary. So I will be on his roster again tonight because that's what he wants. It's obvious. He's predictable. And that's what I'm doing. And I don't mind doing it. Thank you very much. You need to be saying that thank you for mentioning me once again because my number's coming back up. You helping me with one of my stories. That's what you need to be doing. And then not only that, live your life. Stop hiding. We don't care that you're a church queen. We don't care about all that. Stop thinking we care. Okay? And whoever all of a sudden hit you up about me, you of all people, nobody that actually put your videos and pictures up, they chose me, which is really weird, lets me know that that's you with that docs and stuff because you got your energy focused in the wrong place. You need to keep that going about who actually doxed you, who actually dragged you from one end of YouTube to the other, because your threat is not bothering me. I'm telling you, it's not bothering me. So keep doing what you're going to do. It's not me either, baby girl. They ain't using my pitch. Just stop worrying about the thing. That please, please. Okay, that's something different. Hey, Purple Peach. Bless, I told you and Lady Nika that you all do charity work for these haters. I know. He's in the bushes. He ain't man enough to come tell me, is he threatening me or whatever. He's in there. And what makes him think that? I don't understand why he had to go like I'm scared of a threat. I am too, Lady Nika, just confused. And let me say this, y'all, I try to stay out of my chat. But if I am in it, and y'all see something done, yeah, it'd be me. Because I don't make, well, every blue moon I may make a mistake, but I don't be really watching. I be having to pick up my thing and see, you think so, Miss Theo? I heard that once before. J. Dunn is kitty litter. I had another name in mind I thought about last night, for real, who I think it is. And I think Sarkeen working with him. Thank you for the 100 likes. I knew I'd get there. I think Sarkeen working with him. I really do. Because somebody said the racist, but I don't even fool with the racist for him to threaten me. I just let him know, and he knows it, and he respects that, because this goes way back to Waddy days. I never fooled with him. So it's Sir King, and if anything, he's working with him, and they got mad at each other, and he must have did something to piss him off. But now they're back friends because he don't want him to go further because he said he had more information. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, it is what it is. The Miss Theo now, she about to pop up like Candyman. Okay. Kitty litter. No, he comes right out on his channel and say stuff. You see, he docked Sir King, and he didn't mind saying it was him. What I've known about him, and I don't watch it, but when I hear things like I heard about the Sir King one, he comes out and say it. He'll come on the channel in a minute and call you a nigger. Well, I'm glad the pay period for Google actually ends today, so leave me alone. Who bothering you, Lady DK? Oh, something going on right there? I ain't do nothing to Ronnie Q either, to tell the truth about it. I ain't do nothing to Ronnie Q. I've always thought we was cordial. I mean, come on now. And it took us a while to even get there. Okay, Jessica, I see you, baby. I'm finna drop it. I'm gonna drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Yeah, so I don't know. I really don't know. But that's the thing about YouTube. People get mad at you and you don't know why. But you just gotta keep on pushing. I don't know why. I really don't. And I know it ain't nothing so small that wasn't, even worth all of that, being mad and this and that, throwing shade, because I ain't got no shade to throw. I'm just gonna move on. I don't got none. There's the thing. I sent it, Miss Theo. I don't know. But that's been happening on YouTube now since I've been on here. That's why you got to be careful. You got, like I see right now to this day, there's a couple people I see in different places, but they be in my chat too. And the only reason I mention their name sometimes, if they go a little far and I see you here, I might say, oh, hey, I saw you so and so, but you're welcome. Go ahead and comment. Something like that and move on. And I don't even like discussing that person over here, as y'all know. Hey, good morning, Jessica.
Hey, Miss Bless, is my sound okay? Or am I echoing? Or
No, you're not echoing, but I can tell you out somewhere, right? But you're not echoing.
Okay. How y'all doing this morning?
All right. I hear a little wind, and then it's raining here too. So if I go out, I'm still here. Keep talking. I'm just saying that because the weather is bad here too.
Let me turn off my Okay, you still hear wind?
That's okay though, but we still can hear you.
Okay. So I wanted to talk about something completely different. So yesterday afternoon, on Dutch's panel, the subject of colorism came up because of course Sassy and Terry P, had came up there, and somebody was asking Terry P about some comments that she made about complexion. And so more and more people from the chat started clicking the link and talking about their own stories about colorism in their family. And it just kind of got me to thinking, the problem that we have as Black people with colorism. First of all, we are few people who actually are privileged enough to come in all shades. But the bottom line is we are Black people. You know what I mean? Right. And so I forget the girl who it was that had clicked the link. But my daddy's side of the family are all mostly light skinned, and they got freckles. And I remember my dad telling me that my uncle, which is his brother, who has a different dad, that everybody in the family used to treat him basically like a dog because he was dark, and how my great granddaddy used to abuse him, would use him like as a fetch boy, and my dad would say that he felt so bad for him, you know. And I was like, where did that originally start? Like, how is it that we started clowning each other for our own color, calling somebody a black ass, you know what, or saying your little high yellow ass? And I'm in Louisiana, so it wasn't nothing but crossbreeding going on. And I feel like that's the mentality that I wish people would get away from. Like, I used to hear ignorant shit all the time growing up, like, you cute to be they wouldn't tell me, but I would hear friends say, oh, they cute to be dark skinned. But if you look at our society, most light skinned women are attracted to dark skinned men. So I just feel like the level of ignorance that we have in this world amongst our own race, white people sitting around paying to look like us, paying to go get tans, paying to go get extensions, paying to have their hair in braids and stuff like that, literally mimicking and everything and imitating everything that who we are, that makes us who we are, but yet we clown each other. It's just a conversation that really like hit home for me, because I've seen that level of ignorance inside of my own family. And I think it's one of the stupidest thing ever, but I feel like it started from slavery. Like when light-skinned people were put up in the house, dark-skinned people were put in the field. And unfortunately, we have to learn how to break those chains. You see what I'm saying? Get away from that, you black ass this, or you this, that, and the other. Like, people don't ask to be come out the way that they look. It's just ignorance.
And so back then, the so-called, as they put it, you had the field niggas and the house niggas. The house niggas was like having prestige, and they thought they was better than the field hands. And it has, I mean, look how many years ago that was. And it's still affecting this generation. For some reason, they think, if some people still think if they mix with, now people learning black is more beautiful, and you got some bright skin wish they were darker. But my daughter-in-law's mother, well, don't mess with, in other words, my daughter-in-law don't know none of her white side, because they disowned her mother. You get what I'm saying? So I get exactly what you're saying. She only know her dad people, and that's who she was mostly around, raised around, learned how to cook everything through her Creole grandmother, which is black French, you know, from Louisiana. They from Louisiana. I get exactly what you're saying. Right now, to this day, she don't know none of the people on her mother's side. You know, so it's still affecting right now to this day. And I know you are amongst all that, and you see it all firsthand. I don't know. I don't think it's going to ever go away, Jessica.
And that's a very sad reality, Miss Bless, is that it will never go away. Because if you think about it too, like, I have a friend who has a biracial child and a black child. And she said that no matter what she says to her children, they always compare each other. Her dark, actually, let me tell you, her light child has more kinky hair, and her dark child has more curly hair. That's another ignorant thing. People think that all dark-skinned people hair is kinky. Honey, I am fair-skinned and my hair is nappy as all get out, and I love every kink, every nap, every snap, every crackle. And my cousins are darker with hair down to their back.
Right. And that don't, yeah, because I see a lot of mixed people have, especially the men, their hair be kinky. It really does. That don't mean, you know, it can take after the black part of whatever parent that is. That is so true. And I'm going to answer this one person question. She said something about the wives treated the house slaves. Of course they was jealous and treated them bad, because they know their husband had them as bed warmers as well. They slept with them. And they see their little stepchildren running around. They know it was by their husband, so of course they did. They was jealous, but they couldn't do nothing about it, because their husband wouldn't let the house slave do nothing about it if he wanted to, what they call a bed warmer. Okay? Can you hear me, Jessica?
I can hear you.
Oh, okay. So you had fell off there for a minute. Good morning,
Yeah.
Blake.
I was reading what the Miss O was saying, because I wish we could do a part 2, and she is absolutely right. Well, I won't say everybody was kissing her behind, but that I wish you could just catch that one little part, because I did hear people being accountable.
Let me put that back up. Let me read it slowly. Yes, yeah, Jessica, I wish we can do a part 2, because they were kissing Terry ass and she don't even come hang with the rest of it. Girl, Terry behind the scenes being phony. I don't care if she see me saying that. But I don't care nothing about her voice. And I'm born and raised here in California. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't talk like that. And since y'all, not y'all per se, people saying this, she does it even more. Because when she came over and got angry, that accent went away. And she's not the only one that talks like, no, seriously though. I don't care if she do just like me, mad or whatever. It is what it is. And nobody care because her voice and her words. I mean, that's all you hear out here. I mean, what's the big deal about that? To me, that's fake. I mean,
And now I will say this. Sassy, she kept it all the way real because she was like, look, I love my melanin, I love my darkness, I love everything about me. That's the type of stuff that I like to hear. But my daughter, my 6-year-old daughter, I have never told her when we read in books, I would say, oh, she's black like us, no matter what the complexion of the little black girl is, because I don't need to know, I don't need to be embedding in her that there's differentiality, because the society is going to teach her anyway. So exactly. I don't want to sit up here and make it seem like she's better. But I remember my dad telling me and my mama telling me that my mama, my grandmother, told my dad that he shouldn't marry my mama because my grandmother's words were, she too dark for you. But truth be told, my daddy, honey, my mama wasn't dark skinned, and my stepmama now ain't dark skinned, but that man loved him a chocolate woman. Okay, so that just go to show you, you know how your parents tell you not to do something and it makes you want to do the opposite. Every time my grandmother told one of her kids to marry somebody who was light, every last one of my aunts and my uncles got somebody who was chocolate, and I loved every bit of it. Like my great uncle, he another one of them red bones. He deceased now, but he had married, his third wife was a beautiful dark-skinned woman. When I say gorgeous, he had started telling my dad and them when they was little to call her chocolate. And I was like, Ain't Chocolate, where did you get that name from? And she was like, because I was the color of chocolate. And I was like, you know what? That is so ugly. Like, nobody called her by her real name. They would call her Chocolate. That's just, it's so nasty and
I've
low
seen a family
down.
like that before too, and everybody was bright except for one child was the only one to the color after her father, and they would call her, believe it or not, a chocolate. But they favoritized her more because she was dark. You know, it's opposite. You know what I'm saying? Because the mother liked it dark because the dad was dark, and all the rest of the kids were light, and the mother was white, of course. But they favoritized. She loved it, that dark kid better. And you know, and you shouldn't discriminate. You shouldn't discriminate. But yeah, I've seen that before. Yeah, people rather dark. Good morning, Soap and Wash. Good morning, Miss Theo.
Yeah, I just wanted to come in before DKL. I don't want this to go further because what I said in the chat and it was highlighted on StreamYard, he may think that I was saying something personally about him. I know how stuff go here, and I love Duchess to death, so I don't want no confusions. Like I was saying, everybody was kissing her, but I did come in late, and I acknowledged that in the chat. I said I came in late, and I love the discussion, and we don't normally have stuff like this here because I've been trying to have this discussion for months because I felt like somebody. Like I felt like, darker skinned person who actually experienced the colorism in this sector should have been part of that conversation, but to have another perspective because I've seen it and I've brought it up lots of times, like with the girl Kiki and different things, how I personally been treated. And I have a view that's a little different than most darker people. I think a lot of people expect me to be that stereotypical, oh, you hating on somebody like whatever. That my perspective is different. My whole family is very light. My mother's side is extremely light. And I've actually found in my life that most of my friends have been lighter, and that the flack and the names I get called based on my skin color is usually people that are not much lighter than me or brown. And also I got the opposite experience. That's why I kind of come from a different perspective. But then that's not even good enough because we've had this conversation on Miss Pizarro chat the other day a little bit. And I was defending Kimmy because I said you can be a light-skinned person can definitely have an opinion about colorism. You don't have to just be dark to have an opinion on colorism. And I was defending her because she's my aunts and all of them are even lighter than her. And so I thought that was an interesting perspective because they expect somebody like that looks like me to have a stereotypical view of being like, woe is me, I'm treated bad. And I just haven't had that experience. But I witnessed people have it. And it's sad what some people have. I've even had people in college with me that had to do brown paper bag foolishness. I mean, that kind of stuff is still going on just to get in certain organizations and things. So, I mean, I've seen that stuff up close, and I've heard what people's own family have done to them. Because people don't realize when you're raising a darker skinned Black woman, especially, that's a big responsibility. And I applaud you, Jessica, and Aisha too has said some great things that they say to their kids because young girls need to hear that because trust me, the world is going to tell them a lot of things.
And let me say this too before we move on. I also read one of your statements that people mad because something about Terry educated. Well, move to California, anywhere in the West Coast, everybody talk like that. So to me, she don't sound educated. She talk about something normal that I've been hearing all my life in school. Simple as that. So I
Yeah,
don't
they
feel
be
that.
saying
I
that
don't
means
feel that
educated.
way.
I don't like
I,
that.
I don't feel that way at all. That don't make her sound educated.
Mm-mm.
Not to me, because I hear it every
Nope.
day. Everybody got in California have that accent. Everybody, a lot of people. So if you were here, you're gonna think, well, she sounded regular. But I don't know. I don't understand that part. Even then, I get what you just said too. So that's true. Good
Well, can
morning,
I
Gigi.
ask a
Hon.
question
Good
real quick,
morning.
Okay,
Miss
yeah, go
Grace?
ahead, babe.
Okay, I got a question and I need the panel and everybody else's opinion. So when the whole ordeal happened with Duchess and Hoodoo and Truth, right? I was on the side of Duchess because I felt like he was dragging, just period. And Hoodoo, amongst other people, kind of, got offended because he used the word monkey. Now, my question is in 2021, if a light skinned person is dragging somebody who is of dark complexion, do you consider it offensive if they throw the word monkey out? Like 20 years ago, maybe when you in elementary school and you say, shut your monkey looking ass up, that's one thing. But in the beef sector, do y'all think, and I need everybody's honest opinion, is it offensive? Like, is it something that you should take personal? I personally don't see nothing wrong with it.
Yes.
Well, I can speak on that. Well, I've heard people, when they get mad at something, shut up, you old ugly monkey, even as kids. But I feel like if you constantly drilling in monkey, 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 then somebody gonna take it as if they calling Rex monkey. I can get it when I might even say it probably said somewhere way back when I was a kid. Oh no, you look like an ugly monkey. You know how kids do. But but then it depends on how much is being harped on. I don't know. That's my opinion. In the beginning, if you drag in truth, she is ugly. Maybe he just think you're an ugly monkey. But how much is he saying it for people to think that he's being offensive? You know what I'm saying?
I excuse me. I find it offensive. I mean, being Caucasian, I think that's wrong. But
Well, Gigi,
that's
do
just
you
me.
find it offensive because you are then Caucasian and you know if you were to
Yes.
call us a monkey, they're gonna take it as
I
if you being prejudiced?
Correct.
I I think
It's selective outrage, Miss Blair.
well,
It's selective outrage. It's no different than if you get in an argument with somebody and they say and you're African American and you call somebody a black dog or a black cat or the N word or the monkey word. I think that we show outrage based on who is saying it and how has it been communicated.
Right.
I firmly believe that it's selective outrage. The example with DKL, he's not talking about her from a perspective of what we would hear from if a Caucasian woman, a man would call us a monkey. He's just dragging her because she looks like a monkey. She
Well,
looks
that's true.
well,
He's also a comedian too, and I
she's
kind of give
ugly.
comedians a little bit of a break because
That's
he do it
true.
because it
She's
pisses them
ugly.
off too.
You know what I'm
Like I
saying?
said,
So
I've heard people even grown say, "Oh, look at you, like you ugly monkey, shut up." But then, like I said, maybe they thinking that it's getting used too much because I may even say it as a child. You know, how kids play and say stuff. So, and it is selective outrage. And with you, Gigi, I don't know if you heard me real good. Maybe you offensive because you're Caucasian, and the
yes,
history
ma'am.
tells us that the white people used to call us monkeys.
I
So
I
maybe
think
that's
it's
why you get
horrible
offensive. You don't
for
want nobody to think that you're being prejudiced. So it is, like Soap just saying, it's selected outrage as to
it
who's
right,
is.
saying it. But I
right.
It
understand
is.
Dutchie was just going in on that girl on truth. She is ugly, ugly.
I
It-
agree with that, but as far as a Caucasian saying that, I think it's horrible. And I mean, my mama or daddy would have, whooped me alive if I even thought of saying that.
Oh,
Mad.
that's good. They raised you that way, Gigi. And a lot of people weren't raised that way. That's really a good
Oh,
testament to your parents.
Yeah, see, that's what
yeah.
I was saying
Well,
too. Like if if two
Sorry,
light
y'all.
skinned people calling each other a monkey, or if there was a light skinned person calling a dark skinned monkey, is it offensive? And I am seeing some answers in the chat. Everybody has mixed opinions, which I think is good. I'm on the side of Duchess. Like, it wasn't meant as a colorist type of thing. It was meant as a feature
Well,
type
Jessica,
of
you know,
thing.
Justice and Mother also comedians, and I guess I kind of give comedians a little
Exactly.
credence. Sometimes some of this they doing because it pisses her off. Let's just be honest.
Yes.
So
Yes.
comedians, I don't take it that literally because they do things, and maybe I'm a comedian person though. I like comics, and I know, and that's why I've drawn to them, and I think some of that is part of that. And if you look at the little gleam in their eye a little bit, like you can tell it's not meant on a deeper level like that.
Right.
And then let me say this too. I don't think he meant it for everybody. I think he was just dragging the truth like people do. I did say ugly and dark and black. She was myself a couple of weeks ago. However, I didn't say monkey, but I think that's why some people getting offended because they equate it to how we was treated like an animal back then. But I don't think he meant it in that kind of way. But I think that by him saying it, and he kind of kept saying it over and over, so she's taking it as if he's meaning it towards us, but he's not.
And I don't want to leave Hoodoo out there either, because she's backed me up on some stuff where nobody else has about some of the colorist things that's been said about me. And I do agree with a lot of stuff her and Olivia say. I actually used to like some of Miss Olivia's points, because they were some of the points I had about things that go on in this sector. And I just hate that she crowds it with everything else because her good points gets lost. But the whole Terry P thing, I want to make sure I'm clear about that, because I don't want to get back to Justice and not Justice like it was something else. I felt like what it turned to at the end was coddling her, because that stuff about her voice, yeah, it does happen, and people are bullied and they told they white and things like that and all kinds of things because they sound a certain way. But she's making this whole case. They tried this case and juried this case on their own without getting anybody's opinions. This is all in her head. Like, don't answer for all of us. My issues with you aren't what he said, so let's not just dismiss it today. And what it ends up doing is saying that black women basically are jealous of you. I'm not jealous of her, and I brought the point too. I don't sound like Terry P, but I have 2 master's degrees. So that whole thing about people sounding a certain way,
I was gonna say that too. I'm glad you brought that up. And we all watch TV, watch all the reality shows. We see the doctors' wives and all like that. And these people are professional. They don't talk like Terry P. Like I said, that don't mean you educated because she got a southern, a western, West Coast,
Valley girl.
Let me get this. Because she got a West Coast accent.
Though, it was dismissed almost like we haters and don't worry about them people. It was like a rah-rah session for her at the end. The way that ended, it was so uncomfortable. It got cut off, and I know he had to go, and y'all had been talking for an hour. But the way that ended, it seemed like we were all agreeing that, girl, they be hating on you, don't worry about it. And I hate that. That gets on my nerves, not just with Terry P, but even with other prettier women in the sector or people who people find pretty. Like, they'll do that mess, and I don't like that, because it sounded like we were all agreeing, yeah, we hating on you, they hating on you. So anything anybody says to you negative is because they're hating, and that's not true.
So anyway, back to what I was saying. Just because you got a West Coast accent don't mean you educated, because there's people out here with accents didn't even finish high school. So to me, for people to think that they just tell me they ain't been around, that don't mean you intelligent. Like I say, look at all these intelligent professional people. They don't talk like that at all. Okay, so I just want to get that from. And then another thing, Miss Theo, I don't think Dutcher was going to take it in that way. He know you're not dragging down on him, so I don't even think you need to explain like that. He knows that, because I'm also saying maybe this person that's making a big deal of, maybe she just don't like Duchess. Maybe that's what it is.
I just personally felt like Hoodoo, which I agree with what Miss O said, that she has definitely had some very good comments and commentary and views and things like that, like we all have. But on that particular situation, I mean, I can't discredit her feelings. I just feel like, what Duchess gives. It was fun commentary, light dragging. It was nothing that was considered colorist. So the way she went about it, it's like, now, it didn't turn into a whole joke, which we all get it
now.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't be so uptight to where if somebody who is always dragging just for the hell of it, who doesn't even think about an animal or your features and all that, if that's what he gives, girl, why are you tripping? You've been, like he said,
some of this stuff because of who his mate is, unfortunately.
I think so
she
too.
just don't like him. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know for her to do that, because I know it's not because it could be just that one sentence only. I could be wrong. I don't know.
But unblessed. This is what Dutch is. I mean, this is his stitch. This is what it. This is Nick. This is what he does.
Yeah.
He's
Right.
comedic, and so
Exactly.
with that, you can't you can't pick and choose and turn off when he's going to be funny and when he's not. And again, I really and truly believe that it's selective outrage, and also too, we have to get. I'm not saying get over some of the things that people do and say to us, but we have to understand that, we're bigger, we're stronger, we love ourselves more than that to be that. And I see stuff like that doesn't bother me. My grandfather is white, and I come from a family of fraternity and sororities. And so, and for people who are part of Greek organization, understand legacy. And so my father is a Kappa, and I had no choice. Based on what I look like. They consider good looking boys, pretty boys. I had no choice. He told me from a young age, when you go to college, you will pledge and you will be a Kappa, and I wasn't interested. I wanted to be an Alpha because I had the grades. But again, this is a prime example of what the world would dictate you to be based on what you look like. Now, don't get me. I love my organization, but it was inbred in me at a young age. You had no choice about any other organization. You will be a part of this. You will be legacy because you fit the mold.
Mm-hmm.
And when I enter college, once I graduated and got my master's and I entered the corporate world, it was always told, put your organization on your resume because part of being Greek is also to networking. And
Yes.
I remember my first corporate job. I went in and I sat down and I interviewed, and the hiring manager came in and he looked just like me, and he was a Kappa. So that kind of stuff really does exist,
Yep.
and it's sad, because sometimes you're not being considered based on your merit. You're being considered based on what you look like and what you're affiliated with. So
Exactly.
it's real,
And society in Hollywood doesn't make it any better because I remember when Zoe Saldana was chosen to play Nina Simone. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
got dragged, and everybody was like, "Where's Nina Simone's daughter? How did she approve this?" They literally put Zoe Saldana, whatever, in
right,
blackface. And
right,
I'm like, you couldn't get India Ari, you couldn't get Lupita, you can't get no other, the lady who played on How to Get Away with Murder, whatever. You couldn't get no one else who was naturally pigmented to play Nina Simone, who is a legend. You had the blackface Zoe, and the fact
right.
that Zoe actually went along with it. That's why society in Hollywood is so fucked up. Like when I back in the day, remember all the music videos, men would put light-skinned, slim women on videos. Even with society in movies and stuff like that, the lighter skinned woman is praised and stuff like that. Or if they have more, Euro features, they're considered better.
I'm trying to see where that noise coming from. It's like somebody outside. It's a cracking noise. It always starts like that. If the outside is gonna be kicking me out in a minute, like it just did. So
It's not
somebody
me.
got
I've
some
been
cracking.
hearing it.
Yeah. So it's somebody, and I just muted except for you, the one that's talking, so I can see where it's coming from. Keep going, Jessica. Whoever it is talking right now.
Okay, you still hear crackling?
Yeah, it's not you. Okay, everybody else is
Okay.
muted.
Yeah,
Go
but what
ahead.
I
I
was
just
saying
want.
was, yeah, that's just what, society has done that. And so if we see that type of stuff destroying our community within itself, at what point are you going to have some morals? Like, I feel like even light-skinned people, like, for example, I'm going to put it out there, Kwani. Kwani always has something to say. It sounds like she has a deep-rooted hatred for Caucasians, but it also sounds like she has a deep-rooted hatred for Black people. Like there's no happy medium, and people like that who has
I
some type
agree.
of deep
Yeah.
rooted hatred for somebody, that means you have gone through something that you have not healed
Well,
from.
she did say that. She said that when she was coming up, she was in a Caucasian white school. And she wanted her hair to be like her. She would be the butt of jokes. People would pick at her. She was the only little Black girl there. So that affected her even back then to where it still affects her right now today while she's grown. And you know who else said that years ago? I don't know if y'all remember Natty Cole. She also spoke of, because everybody remember her daddy was his favorite singer back then. My parents used to listen to him. I went back to them, but I'm just saying, when the story came out about her, she said that she was in an all-white school because, her father having money, this favorite singer in the white neighborhood. She said she wanted her hair to be like white kids so bad, you know what I'm saying? And she would try to press it on, try to have a ponytail. She felt like that too, because she was in an all-white school. So I'm thinking that's what Kwani did say that too. But Nabby Cole said the same thing. She didn't like herself till she got older and got in the world, became famous, started doing her own thing. She started noticing then that she was beautiful and black. But coming up in that all Caucasian school, and before I stop, let me answer this person in the chat too. Gigi's life is up here because she wanted to give her opinion coming from a Caucasian woman about how she feel about somebody calling a monkey. So no shade. I'm just answering your question now to the other Gigi. I noticed that asked that because she wanted to know coming from a Caucasian point of view. That's why she's up here. And the
Yeah.
correctness start again. So who just came back? Because I'm hearing somebody's stuff. So that you, Miss Theo? Hello.
Let me mute and
Gigi
see
had
if it's
came
me.
on too. I don't know which one.
It's
I just
you,
want to say
Gigi, because they're
Sassy
making a
said,
lot of noise. Yeah. So Gigi
Sassy
saying
said
it's
in the
her.
audience, that's not what happened. What did I say that was incorrect?
No,
Yesterday, did I
it's
say
not
something that didn't
me.
happen yesterday?
What happened yesterday?
Jessica B was there. Jessica, did I say something up here that did not happen on the panel yesterday? Because Sassy just said in the
No,
audience, I said that what I'm saying didn't happen. I don't think I said anything factual, or I said my opinion.
no, you gave your opinion and you admitted that you came late, but you picked up from what you heard while you were there. I mean, you gave your opinion. You wasn't trying to clown Duchess or nobody like that. You were just saying, like, toward the end, that you felt as though it should not have ended that way, which is your opinion. You entitled to that. But I don't think you said anything that was incorrect. I like Sassy in the chat. Sassy had some very good comments yesterday.
No, that's
I
what
mean,
she said in the chat. Sassy said in the chat that what I'm saying is incorrect, and I just don't know what.
oh no, Sassy, she was just talking about the way. No, hey, Sassy, no, she was saying that she didn't like the way it appears as though people were basically saying folks just hating on you, Terry. What the Miss O was just saying, she didn't agree with that. She wasn't saying that that is or what happened. She just didn't agree with the way people said that. So it wasn't like she's saying something that didn't happen.
Oh, she said the voice narrative. Yeah, I said the end, the way the conversation ended, it gave the assumption. That's why it's important for us to have a follow-up, because the way Antoine was kind of highlighted, it's almost like we were saying everybody was agreeing with what he was saying in totality, and I wasn't. He was like, they're just hating and all that that was nice speech and nice conversation if it applied. But Terry is manipulative. So she wrote that. I said, well, that's her story, and then she casting and narrating. I was like, yeah, those comments that he said are great if that was truly what she was being harassed for and she was truly being treated that way. Those were positive, but it gave out the opinion that he was saying that we're basically hating and jealous, and that's not true, because Terry, he don't know the whole story, and he coming on just hearing that she's been persecuted in some way. So yeah, what he said was positive if that was the truth.
But people are just so sensitive on here. I mean, wow, you can't say nothing. They gonna twist everything that's said on here. Cause I don't think Duchess mean that. He was just dragging that girl over there with her little ugly self. That's all it was. But I also said maybe they think because lately he has been having monkeys every day on this thing, almost with what I can see. Maybe that's why she's thinking that maybe he's saying it too much. I don't know. And then at the same time, might be she just don't like him. But no, it wasn't offensive. Gigi, you got some more to say on here? Because I know you came up to give us a point of view from a Caucasian person.
I'm gonna drop down. I'm listening, but I gotta go make a run in my mama house. So I'm gonna drop down. But thank you so much for letting me on, Miss Bless. I'm still listening.
And I enjoyed hearing your story. And most of your story, to the first part, it reminds me of my daughter-in-law so much about her mother's side of the family. Unfortunately,
yes,
that's just the way it is. My granddaughter would never know her people from their side. You know what I'm saying? And I hope you don't get to asking her mother, about her side. Well, we give her enough love for her not to do that. So,
Bless. I want to make one quick statement, then I'm gonna get back into the check and get.
Okay.
I have a young daughter that's she's beautiful, she's gorgeous, she's got fair skin, she got long hair. People tell her all the time that you're beautiful, you're beautiful. And I have instilled in her, yes, you're beautiful on the outside, but you're beautiful on the inside. And don't let people dictate, what your definition of beauty should be. And
Right.
I think that if we just start being more cognizant of our own people and stop basing success on what you look like and also to lineage, I think that we can move more progressively. But again, I know that is people may say, well, you're not being realistic or you're trying to create a utopia, but we have to start somewhere. So that's
Right.
my comment. Aunt Bless, thank you for letting me come up, and I'll get back in the chat.
And thank you, Soap and Wash.
I love you
And
so.
you know, beauty, the standard of beauty was based on back in the day. When I was growing up as a little girl, it was a model called Twiggy, and she was Caucasian, and she was really, really skinny. So that was, and then the blonde eyes and the blue, and the blue eyes and the blonde hair situation. The Caucasian based that on beauty. But now let's fast forward to these days. They thinking now we're more beautiful. You see, they want to go get some lips and a nose, some butt and titties like us. But the beauty was based on the Caucasian people. Unfortunately, it's still like that in some cases. It's a lot of undercover prejudice going on. But at the same
Yes.
time, they want to look like us. But that's where that came from way back in the day. And I don't know if anybody was a child then or remember what I'm saying. Ever heard of a model back in the day called Twiggy?
Oh
Really?
yes.
Yeah, you have. Oh,
She
yeah,
was a itty bitty girl with
right,
big old, big eyes, and but she was tiny.
right. And so that's what came in there where models needed to be thin. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
When the
Exactly.
Tyra started, when she started that top model stuff, then you start getting the full figure models and
You
everything. They stopped wanting
eh,
all that little skinny stuff. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Because
I'm gonna drop
everybody's
Right.
down too.
beautiful in their
I'm gonna drop
own
down
way.
too, y'all. I gotta go. I help my daughter. I'm gonna drop down too. But unfortunately, I'm gonna go too because I'm gonna start getting because in this sector we can't have these kind of discussions because people base their personal opinions about you. Because I can have you can not like me, but I still make valid points, and until we can separate that, it's not even worth it for me to even have the discussion. So I'm
Well,
gonna
I'm
drop down on
always
that.
happy if need be, like I'm doing now, because it did stem from me talking about that restaurant situation today. It is what it is, and we can't ignore it. So, to the sensitive people, if they don't want to hear it, then they don't have to listen to a certain live that's doing that, Miss Theo. So, on that part, I'm not agreeing with you. We can have this kind of talk if we want to, because we're not creating no harm or talking about nobody bad. I think it's a good talk. Good morning, Spook TV.
Oh, spook is good. Be a good perspective on that too. But okay, yeah, I'm gonna drop down too. But thank you so much, Gigi. I commend you,
Oh,
especially coming up here because you didn't have to come up here and give your view because
well,
you're putting yourself out there because you are Caucasian. So I respect the fact that you
yes,
came up
ma'am.
here. So I appreciate that.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
You're
I'm
welcome.
glad you came up too, because it was
And
good to hear, what the way you see it coming from a Caucasian woman. But like I said, if you were to say it, if it was you, oh yeah, it'd really be taken in the wrong place because you are Caucasian.
oh my
So
gosh,
I
yes.
get why you're uncomfortable with it. I really do.
And I would like to add now, my father's grandmother is black Caribbean. The family homesteaded in Louisiana. Now, although my father and many of his brothers and sisters, they have features of, I mean, excuse us, but we call his nose and we name his name, but his forehead is like a monkey. We call it a sun visor. So he has features of a black man. And now I know DKL is just fun, and I kind of cringe, but I know he's being silly. But if someone called my daddy that, I would just go crazy. So it offends me, Just like, Seven, every chance she gets, excuse me, I know she comes in your chat, calls me a white bee. And I think, if I called you a black bee, that's unacceptable. So that's that. I have a lot more to kind of say on that, but I want to kind of veer off the subject as far as this kitty litter person.
Hold on there for a minute on the one that's off subject. Let me say good morning to Sassy and see what she got to say
Oh,
on what we're
okay.
speaking on.
Okay.
Good morning, Miss Bless. Thank
Good
you.
morning.
So just really, and good morning, Gigi. Just real quick, I think
Good
the
morning.
good morning. Yeah, the Miss O, I'm sorry that you jumped off, and I apologize. I was kind of like trying to multitask. Otherwise, I would have tried to click the link sooner while you were here. Yeah, it doesn't matter to me that me and you don't see it for each other. That's not how I vibe. You know what I mean? I cannot see it for you and still understand your point. So I know that was for me. So I wanted to come up really quick. The reason why I was saying that in the chat is because you specifically said that it appeared to you that everybody was coddling Terry in regards to the voice narrative. But maybe I was overheard. I mean, excuse me, over talked. But Terry and I have had this conversation. I don't even know. I can't even count on all of my fingers that I do not agree with her about the voice thing. I think everybody would agree that I sound like I speak proper English. I'm educated. I don't have an issue. Generally speaking, the chat and the panelists enjoy my company. And I don't get that type of narrative that I'm a white woman or that I think I'm better than people. So I just wanted
Right.
to make that clear is that I know you're saying I heard you and it didn't apply to you, but you didn't. I understand. No, I'm not. We're not fighting. I got your point. I'm saying you did not give credence to everybody does not agree with that point. You know what I'm saying? So when we tell the story, it's prudent to say, yeah, like you're absolutely correct. Some people do go along with that narrative and there is some coddling going along with that, but everybody does not agree with that. And I do speak up on that. And I like Terry a lot, but I absolutely disagree with her in regards to the voice and sounding a certain way. So I just wanted to
Yeah.
come up and say that.
And I agree with you. Like I say, come to the West Coast, everybody. I mean, she got a West Coast accent. So what's so educated or smart about that? You
Well,
know what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
live. Yeah, I'm
You
sorry
know,
to interrupt. I'm not from the West Coast, but
I
I
know,
know
but
that
I'm just giving a point
yeah.
that people think that to me, I'm used to hearing people with accent like that. So that don't sound intelligent to me. Sound like a normal person. That's why I start comparing it with us watching TV with those ladies, those with those degrees of being a doctor and other people. They have Southern draws, New York accents, the whole 9 yards. So can they be considered proper? That's what I'm saying. So I think she kind of put it on more because people saying that, and so that's making her really think that she's educated and she speak that. No, that's
And
no,
I'm not
not to
speaking.
me.
And I'm not speaking. Uh-oh.
Huh?
And there's some kind of background noise. I apologize. I didn't know what that was. And I'm not speaking negatively about Terry. I just want to be clear about that. I'm saying because this is a very interesting topic. It was a dynamic conversation yesterday on DKL. I'm glad Jessica brought it over here. It's a dynamic conversation in the African American community, so it needs to be talked about. So I'm not speaking negatively. I'm just speaking my opinion as a
Right.
Black woman that grew up in an all white, suburban
Right.
neighborhood. I don't have any trauma issues. I don't give a damn about, what white people think about me. I know white people, so they can't tell me nothing about them. Okay. I don't put white
Mhm.
people on a pedestal. I most definitely do not sound white. I sound like an educated Black woman. And that's the period, exclamation point. So I just want to be very clear
Amen.
about
But the
that.
point I was trying to make, there's people with southern draws that sound educated. You know what I'm saying? So how could you say that's why I was trying to tell you about listen, look at the what's the one that's a dentist on the housewife? She got a southern draw. So do
Yeah,
she sound uneducated?
accents don't matter. You can be from the
That's what I'm
Caribbean. You can
saying.
be from
So that's
Britain.
what
I
Terry
mean,
P having people thinking that oh she's proper, oh she's educated. No, no, I don't think like that. But I
it's an
get your
issue
point
with
too.
Terry. We understand that it's an issue with Terry that and Terry, I mean, it's an issue. We I don't want to speak on it. I wish she was here so that we could get into it. But
Exactly.
in my opinion, I mean, obviously there's some type of something associated with that being such an emotional heartstring point for her that she wants to continue to talk about that. But again, in my opinion, that has zero to do with why a person would like you or would not like you. It's a mute point at this point. It's people like you because of how you present yourself, not because
Right.
you speak with a certain accent. So I just want to say
Exactly.
that. Thank you for letting me interrupt. All right, everybody have what day is it? Wednesday? I
Yeah.
forget.
But yeah,
Everybody
I
have a
agree
great
with you.
Wednesday.
Thanks
Absolutely.
for coming up,
Okay, bye,
Sassy.
you guys.
All right, and then Shell Whippin, you're right. What was with the sounding educated? I hear a lot of people with deep Southern draws that educated. So I don't understand what make people think that. So
Oh,
now let me ask this person right here, Sassy. Gigi, before we go on.
okay.
Somebody said in there, except when you were describing, you had an uncle that looked like a monkey, so he looked black. No, she didn't mean it like that to that person. I think that was Queen Litter that said that. She was questioning you the way you describing your uncle. You said something about his head, so y'all call him a monkey, but he looked black. So she take it as if since he got a monkey head, he looked black. I know you didn't mean it like that.
Oh, are you talking about me?
Yeah, you just said how your
Oh,
uncle
okay.
looked.
Yeah, no, my dad,
Your dad. Well,
his
somebody
nose and his forehead. And what I was saying is if someone called him that, I would go crazy. Because
no,
that's
no,
my
no.
daddy.
No, not that's not what I'm saying. They taking you the wrong way
Oh,
because when
okay.
you said something about uncle, dad, whoever you're talking about,
Uh-huh.
looked like a monkey, but the
Yes.
forehead or something.
Yes, ma'am.
But then he looked like a black man. So the person was questioning you because he
Oh.
looked like a monkey. That makes him look like a black man. And I was saying, I don't think you meant
Oh,
it that way.
no. I apologize. No, I did not mean it that way at all. Basically, I didn't finish my statement. You can tell that traits have been passed down. Like, I mean, my second daughter, she's a nurse practitioner, and her body is shaped like a beautiful black woman, but she's white as white, and I don't mean that offensive at all. So, um, whoever said that, I apologize. I didn't mean it that way at all.
Well, that's why I brought it up so they can know. I don't think you meant it that way. And
No.
Papa Rich Peach said, I am Southern and I am educated. Sometimes when I'm typing, I misspelling words to read like I'm speaking in my Southern accent. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
what do they mean by sounding educated? I hear people every day, that's educated, but they don't have that kind of accent.
Right.
Some of them don't. So I don't understand who set that standard and why do somebody think that's educated. I don't know. But Sassy, you got a point. The lady is not here to defend herself. Even if she is in the bush, I don't think she would come defend herself. But then again, we're not dragging her either. I'm just speaking on what I see and what I hear. Now,
Right.
I think about these likes. That's what I want to talk about too. But I keep on
Oh,
getting involved in the conversation. I got
yeah.
121 likes. Y'all know that was out of line. Thank you for the 273 that's still here. But before I go, it's 9:35. Can the rest of the people here get their likes up? Because I'm gonna be leaving out in a minute too. I
Well,
feel
I
like
gave
I
you
should have
your
had 150 for
dues.
sure because I was got at the top at 103. I should have had 76 dislikes. Thanks for the engagement. But the rest of y'all can like it or not, but just engage. I put it to you like that. Thumbs down or thumbs up. The point is, let's engage. That's the point.
I gave you your dues. I gave you
Yeah.
your like. But real quick, I mean, I know this uh conversation about the monkey and how a Caucasian feels about it versus a black person, man or woman or child. Uh, we could talk about this further, but real quick, I wanted to address this kitty litter using my picture.
Okay. That
Using
kitty.
my
Okay.
picture.
Come. Okay. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Okay.
Now that's not a subject. It just depends on how deep you want to go. I'm gonna see if it's going somewhere I don't want to go. But Alaska,
Okay.
how did we get on this topic? Because I had a topic about a racist restaurant, a manager at a restaurant that wanted to
Hmm.
sit the black people outside, but in the inside are the Caucasians, so it just turned to a race. Now, how far you want to go with this kitty litter stuff? Now, I understand it's about the picture only, right?
That's it. Yeah, I mean
Okay.
that's it. Somebody's just being hateful or whatever. It's most certainly not me, and I believe Vegas Girl has been accused of that, and I absolutely do not think that it's Vegas Girl. It could be Sir Queen. Who knows who it could be? But I just wanted to clear that up.
Okay, but that's cool because I don't want to go too deep in what she's
Yeah.
doing and the kind of stuff she's dropping all like that. I don't want to go there with that.
Right.
But I understand that your picture. I don't know why she picked your picture. Maybe it's somebody you know. I don't know. But I will think, like you said, Sir Queen could be involved because just the fact that I was told that he said last night that somebody contacted him about me because I pissed him off. No, you contacted people to try to find somebody, Sir King, yourself. You're doxing me because you pissed off because we now know that's you and you deflecting only to me when people actually put that video and pictures up for real to compare to me jabbing at you. Because I'd have been put it up if I wanted to. So that's what it is.
Right. And you know he can never do a thing wrong. So, good gracious. It's he doxes and he wants to say that he doesn't.
So yeah.
So I agree with you, Mrs. Bless.
Yeah.
But I'll hop down and I appreciate you having me, and you all have a blessed day. And I will see y'all soon.
Okay, thanks for coming out. So
You're
what he's
welcome.
doing, he's setting the stage so he can say, see, I told you they was contacting me. So when he get through doxing me, I'm not stupid, Sir King. Ain't somebody pissed off at me. And then if that's the case, they're going to come up there and make 50 million lies about me if that's the case. If somebody cocked and yakking you from my past because they pissed off at me, so I expect them to come tell a bunch of lies like what you're doing. Okay, now it's 9:39 here, y'all. I'm gonna stay on a few more minutes. If anybody else got any last thing they want to say, but that's how we got here of the restaurant. I talked about the Ti&Tiny stuff. I'm gonna wrap this up here pretty soon. Oh, the D spot, do you want to come on? I listened to you yesterday. He said by the time I go off my lunch break, you set up a live. I'm gonna get off because usually I just start talking and engaging. Who's coming on next? Official D spot, you here? Are you coming on? I know. Oh no, Peace Live. It's almost time for you to come on, huh? She said Eastern time, 1:30 Eastern. I mixed up about the time. Oh, okay. I think I said what's it gonna be 11:30 my time. So before we go, peace, love. Put that time in again. I'm trying to figure out the California time. Thank you for the 132 likes. I appreciate it. Thank you for the dislikes. Thank you for the engagement. Appreciate you very much. And let me put y'all on mute for a minute. I got this call. That call, y'all still here? So one more time. Let me see. Why is Sir King coming with me? I don't know, Manny, but he's tripping. He going at the wrong people. He mad because I'm saying I got a picture, so that's how we know for sure it's him. But I'm gonna get ready to go if nobody's got nothing else to say. I think I covered that Ti&Tiny stuff, the hotel manager, the lady that was abused by her husband. Y'all see the title. Or y'all can roll back the red ball, watch the replay and everything, because I am getting kind of tired though, y'all. Okay, now somebody always asks me where I live at. It never fails. I've already said millions of times where I'm at. Okay, let me see. Let me see this person anyway. Let me see. It doesn't matter. Just say the West Coast. I've always say that. Let's see, sir. Take it back. Man, boy, is hurt. I don't see what was wrong with that comment, but okay. I don't know if it got deleted or something. I'm just reading it. So I don't know. But anyway, I'm gonna move away from that too. Everybody have a blessed day. God bless. Yeah, you too, China. We're gonna start dropping them diamonds. Peace, love. Say that again. What time that was, so I can figure out the West Coast time. And anybody else that want to promote soap and wash, custard. I just subscribed to somebody new last night. I met on Tracy's channel. I think his name was JQ. Because yeah, it's okay. I said the West Coast body work. Yeah, big deal. The West Coast. So anyway, y'all, let's get these diamonds going. If I can stop reading these, I'm at the end now and I'm starting to read this chat. If I didn't speak to you, it's because at the time it was 303 people and I couldn't get to everybody. It's impossible. But I be trying to, acknowledge. It's 1:30 Eastern time. So 10, 11, 12, 1. So that's 10:30 my time. Okay, that's about 40 minutes. Okay, I'll be eating breakfast and watching by then. Okay? So peace, love is coming on 1:30 Eastern time. You guys can figure out y'all time. Okay? So anyway, y'all get them diamonds going. Let me get my music so we coming up out of here. So if y'all that's going to catch the replay, that's what the talk was pretty good. Thanks for coming. And I got another story. I might come back later on. Maybe. Matter of fact, I probably will. So, Sir King, you got you some more commentary for tonight. Stop trying to set the stage so when it happens, you can play like, no, they contacted me because somebody mad at me. Come on now, we know that's you. Somebody mad at me, so they contacted you. Why? Everybody, people y'all go look at Class Culture Wall and everybody else that posted that stuff. Because they did way more than me. Believe that. So you got you some more commentary for tonight, okay? I know you're making up that roster now. And I know that you was hiding up in the bushes somewhere. That's cool. Because you came on there adding me, okay? Like you always do. If anybody decide they want to support me today to the growth of my new channel and this channel, with a financial blessing, go right ahead and do it. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the dislikes. Thank you for the engagement. Okay? I appreciate that engagement. Okay, y'all. I'm down to drinking my water now. I've got enough coffee right now to the middle of the day. Yes, indeed. Y'all getting that diamonds drop? Y'all see I had my question cap on, but I really didn't have no questions. Let's drink some water. Ooh, Lord, that acid in that water. Y'all start drinking this. The ones that trying to get away from soda pops. It got just as much acid as a soda pop. Okay, y'all? Toodaloo, toodaloo, toodaloo. Woo! Toodaloo, 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 toodaloo.